EGM Network.
Welcome to the Lori Davis Show, where it's all about the amazing lifestyle on our Treasure Coast. And here's your host and realtor for life, Lori Davis.
Hello, and welcome to the show. We're so glad that you are here today. For those of you, we air on Saturdays, and we do tape earlier in the week so we can have fun things to talk about for you that are going on, later next week. But sometimes we do tape a video and we talk about things that are happening right now or things that are happening this week, right? Today is actually Tuesday. It's the afternoon. We tape at 4:30, and Cindy and I were both talking about how we drove through flooded waters. We had just an incredibly cloud burst, a storm today, and it started raining, I guess, about 2:30. And it's still pouring. It's still raining. And it was a little scary out there, huh, Cindy?
I was petrified.
I know. I'm sorry.
I was petrified. And I came in here and I was like, I just got to stop for a second. I got to stop. And I couldn't.
Take a breath.
I couldn't.
Yeah. Well, this is going to be our rainy season, right?
Yeah.
September, October. I mean, we could get hurricanes at this time of year.
Right.
So people, we need to slow down.
Yeah, that was the thing. I had this guy right on my bumper and I'm like, dude, we're going through like a foot of puddle of water.
Public service announcement.
I mean,
please slow down.
Mm-hmm.
Now, my concern was because, and I've been driving a long time, but I don't know about cars. Like it used to be, if you go through a puddle, your car could stall.
Right, and no brakes and
I didn't know if the car I'm driving, which is my husband's, would do that. So, and it's kind of a little lower to the ground. I was very concerned about that, but I'm going to have to ask somebody if I'm safe, because if it's going to do this for a couple of days, I need to know.
Oh, yeah, it was really bad. I was shaking like a leaf, and I'm pretty good. I have the nerves of steel.
Hey, you come from a truck-driving family.
Yeah, I have nerves of steel and I have the patience of Job, but today I didn't after that. I was
didn't really. Not so much, huh? Not so much.
Yeah.
We're glad you got here safely.
Yeah, we're good now.
So everybody, if you're listening to this and it's going to be raining on this weekend, please be careful. Go slow. Be safe. There's if we're going to get a lot of rain, we get every afternoon, but today was a
deluge.
One.
Yeah.
And our guest today will attest to that because he works with Indian River County, and he said, they were saying that was a lot today. So, listen, this is Lori Davis. I'm Lori Davis, your realtor for life. This is the Lori Davis Show. What we talk about here, because I sell real estate, but it's not about condos and homes. It's about lifestyle. And so why are people coming to Vero Beach? I like to bring people into town, people into my show, and ask them what they're doing, because they really, a lot of it has to do with their jobs and what they're doing in this town that make it so beautiful for all of us to enjoy. So now, during season, we're talking generally speaking, because what's going on around town? Well, if it was November from Thanksgiving on through Easter, man, there's something going on all the time. You've got art shows, you've got theater, you've got road races for charity. We do a lot of races around town. I love that. I'd like to bring them in to let them promote their charities. But now it's just easy Vero Beach. Just sit back and enjoy it. There seems to be a few more cars on the road, but that's by day. Because I live out on the Barrier Island, and I will tell you that you could roll a bowling ball down A1A. There is nobody out there. Now, I know a lot of people like to travel in September, right, Cindy? I mean, you remember that whole thing with people.
Oh, yeah.
Because you don't want to hit all the European, right, when everybody else is there.
Right.
So they go in September.
Right.
And I am like, my God, it's crickets out there. Well, I mean, I'm not complaining.
14th Avenue, the same way. Put the pins down. It's always like that at nighttime.
Yeah.
Put the pins down there and...
I know, do a little bowling.
A lot of the restaurants used to close in September. We used to close where I work for like 3.5 weeks.
Ocean Grill has been closed. Vincent's was closed.
Yeah.
There were a lot of little restaurants that were closed that have since turned around and come back to work, which we all appreciate. But while we're talking about restaurants, then why don't we do what we have to do?
Yes,
and that is thank Chef Scott Verricchio. He provides us with a beverage every show. This because of our guest, in honor of our guest, I should say. This is an old fashioned, which they make fabulous. I know a lot of people, it's not really my beverage of choice, but it's a fashionable, it's very popular right now. everywhere we go, right? I mean,
I love
everybody's
it.
drinking old fashions.
Yeah, I love
everybody's
it.
drinking old fashions.
Yeah, I love it.
young people. My parents used to drink them, right? And
Yeah.
so, but I like them. I was a Manhattan drinker. I'm more of a Manhattan than an old fashioned, but it's got.
Is it bourbon or whiskey?
This is bourbon. This was bourbon. It's got a cherry. It's got.
They muddled it and all that?
They muddled it. Yeah,
Yeah, I
Christy
love
did
it.
it. Yeah, Christy at Citrus Grill House at the bar. Is this orange in there, Cindy? Probably.
Yeah, there's an orange and usually some kind of cherry. I know Scott uses the really good Italian cherries, and then there's bitters.
That's it. Yep.
And some people, if they wanted it sweet, what I used to do, I'd make it with like this sounds gross, but anyway, whatever the 7-Up Sprite, whatever that
a little
kind
splash of that.
instead of soda. Usually it's got soda.
Yeah,
soda
my friend
water.
Debbie, shout out to Debbie Noonan. She likes hers a little sweet, so I don't know what they do.
Yeah,
maybe cherry juice. It can't
or
be cherry
simple
juice.
syrup they put in there.
Simple syrup, something like that.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
thank you, Chef Scott Barricchio at Citrus Grill House. They are our sponsor for our beverage on the daily. 1050 Easter Lily Lane. They're right there at the ocean, right there at Humston Park. They're open for lunch and they're open for dinner Monday to Saturday. Everything is great. The staff is amazing. We love them up there. And if it's not fresh, they're not serving it. So please go up there. Have a great time. As the weather starts getting nicer, boy, that patio. And even though the patio's they have fans and stuff out there. I see people out there at lunch. It doesn't matter. It's so fun. It's a great place to go. But thank you, Chef Scott, for the beverage of the day. So here I am. Going to go try it in one more time.
It's good. It's a good sipping drink. You know, it's a very fall drink.
Apparently so.
Autumn.
Yeah, couldn't drink that fast. No. Anyway, but right now, Vero Beach is at its quietest. We love our beaches and our parks, oceans and rivers. Riverside Theater still has their Live in the Loop concerts. And this is all going to happen until we get into mid or late October. They're doing Live in the Loop Thursday, Fridays, and Saturdays. They do their comedy night still all the time on Fridays and Saturdays, 2 shows. Vero Beach Museum of Art has a couple exhibits. One is of Picasso prints. It looked kind of cool. I looked through it today. Plus its normal collection, which even if you go there, they get new things. People, they're always picking up new art that people are donating or they're purchasing. So you really do have to pop in like once a quarter and see what they've got that's kind of new. And they do. We have a lot of benevolent people in this town, and I know they also specifically look for pieces that will add to their collection. So I love that.
And another thing, too, is I want to say the date did change. It's still Saturday, but I want to say now it's the second Saturday it's free.
Yes, that's true.
It used to be the last Saturday. I think it's the second one now. It's free.
That's right.
For
That's
everybody.
right.
Yeah.
Yep. And
so go.
Go. And when the weather's
packed.
like this, what else are you going to do?
And it's packed when you go over there.
Is it really?
Yeah, I've been a bunch of times.
It should be.
Right.
As well it should be.
Yeah.
And they have children's programs and art programs. I mean, I couldn't go. I should get the museum people in here just to talk about all the stuff that they've got going on, because it's an amazing place. And it is, for Vero Beach, the type of art, and they're going to do a big renovation too. It's a very unique a place to have. We are so lucky again for our arts and the theater and all of that we have in this town.
And top quality.
Very.
Top.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
We talk about, the exhibits, and, again, the season will come up where there are bigger exhibits and bigger things that will come through. But Cindy and I are always talking about what we've seen in there. Remember the car show exhibit that you loved?
That was like world famous.
It was.
Unreal.
It was world class for sure.
Totally world class, world famous.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
We love that. Anyway, on to today's guest.
Yes.
Our today's guest is Quintin Bergman. He is the Coastal Resources Manager for the Indian River County Natural Resources Department, which we've just learned in the last month because we've had another guest on from the Indian Resources, from the Natural Resources Department. He oversees the beach management program, which we all have heard about, and we're going to hear a lot more about, and the sea turtle conservation program. He has served with Indian River County since 2019. He is also the loving husband of my dear friend Kendra and the father of Brinley. Let's welcome Quintin Bergman to the show.
Oh, thank you. So happy to be here.
I'm really glad you came. Now, and really, what you guys are doing over there, and I really think we don't know what's going on. I think we all take for granted, maybe, that there's just going to be putting more sand on there when the sand washes away, or somebody's going to take care of the turtles. Your wife particular. But, I'm learning so much about Indian River County and the Natural Resources Department. I had no idea you guys spent so much energy and focus on the rivers, beaches, ocean, environment. Now, you had a background in biology.
Yes.
So what brought you to Indian River County and then these coastal resources management?
Yeah. I came to Indian River County for the job.
Did you? Okay. From where are you coming from?
I had just graduated with my master's at Purdue.
Okay.
So I'm a Midwestern boy originally, but definitely had worked with sea turtles and on beaches for a long time. So it was time for me to get a real job. And so luckily the county had picked me up and moved to Vero Beach. And I've been loving it ever since. And now, with a family and house, we've been putting roots down. So.
We're so excited because we knew Kendra before, Quintin. And I was like, oh my God, it's so exciting. How long have you guys been married?
3.5 years.
Yeah, so great.
Wow, that went fast,
didn't it?
Yeah,
I know, but it's a perfect combination. And now, how do you balance coastal development? Because we're in that area, although we're almost all built out with that preservation of those sensitive habitats.
Yeah, the balance is a little bit more straightforward because that's a different department. Okay. So I'm going to get the name wrong. We just changed it. Planning services and planning development services department. They're the ones with the building department and overseeing the zoning and all of that. So my job is more so on how do we manage the sand and how do we manage the beach. Okay.
So it's specifically the sand. Now, in real estate, we're always talking about the coastal line, the coastal zone. Yeah, right. You can't build in forward of it.
Yeah,
and it's
coastal construction control line.
There you go, the CCL. And you got, some houses are forward of it because they were already there. Yeah. But if you were to rebuild, you got to be behind it.
I explain it to folks as it's a jurisdictional boundary set by the Florida Department of Environmental Protection, FDEP, that if you build waterward of it, there is extra jurisdiction. There's extra permits that you're going to need. If you build landward of it, there are less permits you will need. Okay. So it's just an added layer of protection. It's all about that. It's a coastal construction.
Right. So you have a big beach restoration program that's coming up. It's supposed to start November 1st.
Hopefully.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you've targeted an area. Tell us a little bit about it. You sent me a flyer. Cindy's going to post it. Tell us about what you got there.
So I guess I want to take a step back a little bit to give the audience a little bit more background. But the county's been taking coastal management seriously since 1988. That was when the first management plan was developed, and it goes through periodic updates where we're bringing in the most recent data, the most recent technology, the most recent management, how we manage our coastline. So rather than just leave it up to every individual property owner, there's a little bit more benefit for the wider community, for the regions that we do. So back in the 80s, the county divided up our 22.4 miles of coastline into beach management sectors. So because we have one continuously long beach, we don't have names like, okay, if I said Wabasso Beach, where does Wabasso Beach start and end? Right. So we call them sectors. So they're numbered. This is the Vero Beach proper area. The city part of Vero Beach is situated inside of what we call Sector 5. Okay. So this project, it's about 3 miles long. Yeah. That we're going to be coming up on. Yeah. And it starts, it's right by my house. So I think I live in Pebble Beach Property Owners Association. Pebble Beach. Okay. That's right. That. So where you guys are going to start is right there at the city line, guys. And I think you were going to start south and go north. Is that what you were going to do? We're actually, the first sand is going to be right in Mariner Village. Okay, so it's even further south of me. Yeah. Mariner Village, Del Mar condos, that's where it starts. Okay. A lot of people will recognize Tracking Station. Yes. That's the bigger landmark. That was where I thought it was starting. Yeah. So we're actually north of Tracking Station a bit. Okay. That's where the sand project will start. It's going to tie up right with the project we just finished last winter, what we call Sector 4. Okay. So they'll was South Beach each other. Area?
Where was Sector 4?
Indian
it was
River
north.
Shores.
Oh, it was Indian River Shores. Oh, like the Johns Island and that? I don't know.
Johns Island was a part of it, and
Okay.
then it went all the way down to Mariner Village.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So, yeah.
I remember seeing equipment on the beach.
Mhm.
So now I understand if you're in a gated community or like where we live, we obviously go to the end of my street and we can see that there are tractors there and people working.
Mhm.
What are you advising for people? Because what if they go to a public beach?
Yeah.
Will they know? Can they look online and see what's being done? It's
Great point. So we do our best to update our website. So, following the county on the social media will help as well. But the website, the Parks Department, will have updates on their web pages specifically. So when we do, when we're constructing in front of a public beach park, it will be posted.
Right.
The county parks are a lot easier because they're all gated. The city parks are a little bit more nuanced because there's not gates to them, but we are in coordination and in communication. So if the city will close down a park, I'd point you to their websites to see when that park is going to be temporarily closed during construction.
Just for a bit of time. Where are you getting the sand?
All right. That is one of the, the most
I have to ask that question because
Everyone wants to
all
know.
of my listeners will be like,
No.
why didn't she ask where they got it?
It's good. It's good. It's important. A lot of folks don't realize that the sand is the type of sand is super crucial.
Yes.
We have a pretty substantial permit that if you need to help falling asleep at night, read this thing. I tell you what. But so in there are specifications that the sand has to meet certain color. It has to meet certain grain size.
Yeah.
It has to have certain carbonate content on your shells.
Yep.
So we have these really specific specifications that we need. For the last few projects, the contractor has elected to pull that sand out of one of our nearby sand mines.
Okay.
Stewart Materials down in Fort Pierce.
Okay.
They have it, so it's like the end of Indrio Road on the other side of 95.
Very, very local.
It's very local. Very good for us because the closer it is, the cheaper
it is to transport. Yeah.
So we're always looking for an opportunity to make sure that we're getting the best bang for our buck.
Sure.
So I can't guarantee where that sand is going to come from. There are other permitted sites in the state of Florida.
Yep.
Think Lake Wales, out on the ridge.
Right.
Those are further away. We do know that the mine here locally still has sand.
Yeah.
So there's a good chance it's coming.
Fingers crossed.
Locally. Yeah.
Fingers crossed.
And they've been giving us good sand though. Like, it's been meeting specifications.
Absolutely.
And they've done a good job.
Well, you're not going to put it down if it doesn't. So
Exactly.
there. Cindy, do you have a question?
No, I was going to say, so it's coming out of like a sand mine. It's not coming from another beach.
Correct. It's an upland sand mine.
Right.
Now, that's different than dredged projects.
Okay.
So there's two methodologies when you're looking for sand to put on the beach, artificially. We can borrow it from the bottom of the ocean floor, which we call a dredge method. That's the pumping or the piping it in. A lot of people are familiar with.
Yeah.
What we're doing on this project, our permits don't allow for the pumping. So we have to do an upland truck haul. And honestly, with the numbers that we're asking for, we're
the
looking,
volume of sand?
the volume of sand, 153,000 cubic yards of sand. It's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a big playground. Yeah.
Yeah, it is.
It would cover a lot of playgrounds. That's for sure. I should do a calculation of like how many playgrounds this is.
That'd be fun to post on your website,
Exactly.
I mean, think about it that
I'm
way.
gonna do that.
Yeah.
The truck haul methodology is a little bit newer, but each one has pros and cons.
Yes. I'm sure.
Dredging is like 24 hours a day.
Mhm.
Truck haul, I can turn on and shut off during the daylight, which is
9
what
to
we're
5,
aiming
kind of
for.
8:30
So
or whatever,
not a lot of construction going on in the middle of the night.
Right.
A lot more safer that way, and
Yeah.
environmental concerns as well.
Yeah. Well, listen, we pay for this with commercials. We need to take a commercial break. We have a couple minutes to talk. When you get back, we'll be back with Quintin Bergman from the Indian River County Natural Resources Department, and we'll see you right back here in a minute.
Big news, Treasure Coast. Your favorite mortgage team just got even better. Introducing the same trusted faces you know and love, now with Union Home Mortgage.
Hi, this is Shannon Pohl.
Hi, this is Lucy Cranker.
And these high-producing team members bring decades of experience, unwavering honesty, and hearts of gold to every home loan. And here's the best part. Same local processing, underwriting, and appraisers you rely on. Contact Union Home Mortgage.
Visit us online at shannoncpohl.com
And lucycranker.com.
If you dream of creating a home that embodies sophisticated island living, visit Sunshine Furniture now during our 50% off Tommy Bahama and Lexington Fall Home event. Bedroom, living and dining room, home office, media, and occasional pieces, Tommy Bahama furniture is distinctive and unique, yet inviting and comfortable, and is all 50% off. We're also having a floor sample closeout sale on outdoor furniture where you can save up to half price on selected closeout patio sets from Berlin Garden, Kingsley Bait, Brown Jordan, Telescope, and others. Chaises, chairs, sofas, love seats, dining sets, and fire pits, all built to withstand the Florida elements, and we specialize in replacement cushions, umbrellas, outdoor lamps, and rugs. Also, all pictures, lamps, and accessories are half price. Don't forget to visit our outlet and sales center directly across the street for the best deals anywhere. Sunshine Furniture, 1295 US 1 in Vero Beach. Visit our website at sunshinefurniturecasual.com and come in now for the 50% off Tommy Bahama Fall sale.
Welcome to Riverside Theater's Comedy Zone, where the comedy is wild, untamed, and downright hilarious. Hit the zone this Friday and Saturday night at 6:30 and 8:30 for the Treasure Coast's best live stand-up comedy show, featuring nationally recognized comedians with cabaret-style seating and food and drink table service. Buy tickets at riversidetheater.com and get ready for a night of non-stop laughs.
They better know. They better be ready. That's why we're here.
Talking to managers.
I love it. I love it. Let's get it out there. We're here with Quintin Bergman from Indian River County Natural Resources. He's the natural resources manager. Okay, so we know we got sand coming in. It's going from Mariner Village, which is just north into Indian River Shores, guys, just north of that 7-Eleven and CVS, and it's going to go all the way down to Riamar.
Yes.
So how's the schedule going to work?
Yeah, great. Great point. So we know that the construction is going to start on the northern side of the project. Okay. So we're going to be working out a tracking station. That's where the sand, the trucks, and equipment are going to come in and access the beach. Okay. So from pavement to sand, I say, is tracking station. And then working from the beach side, we'll be moving north and south. The contractor will most likely use the pier as a natural break. Okay. And then we'll move to another site. That site's most likely going to be the south side of Con Beach Boardwalk. Okay. Then we'll work out of there for a while and then pick up again and move, and most likely Riomar Beach access is what the contractor had used last time we did the Sector 5 project.
Yeah. Was that work that they were doing on JC Park there part of getting trucks, making an area for them to go up there, or no? Not
specifically. Okay. The city has always had an access area. Okay. An
easement?
No, it's part of their property.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay.
On the north side of JC, there's actually a construction access south of
Ocean Club.
Ocean Club, thank you.
Yeah, I know, the realtor and me.
Yeah. That's why I'd like to
I know, you're like, hit it, Lori. So the schedule is going to be November 1 through what?
Okay, so we're going to aim for a November start. We might hit November 1, we might hit November 15th, yes. And I have to be done and off the beach before May 1st. Hopefully we're finishing up in the March-April timeframe, but my permit restricts me from going into May because that's the bulk of sea turtle nesting season.
That's right.
So you might ask too, like, why are you going to start in November? Yeah. Well, the turtles are still hatching out of their nests right now. Right. So the bulk of the season of the nesting season is over the summertime. So the winter provides me that opportunity to do coastal construction, and that's all dictated by the permits.
Right. And some people might be upset because it's during the season, as we called it. But tell us why you have to do it. Why is it so important that we get this sand done right now?
I mean, it's also hurricane season.
Yeah.
So the beach is poorly deflated. This project is replacing sand from hurricanes Ian, Nicole. A little bit of we also were damaged slightly by Milton as well. So that's the goal of this project, is replace and a lot of the sand is actually going in the dunes.
But your job is to do what? Because we live where?
So
say it quick. We're running out of time.
My job is really kind of the namesake of the town.
That's it.
We're doing.
Your job is the beach.
Managing the beach.
Vero Beach. Nobody better for that job but Quintin Bergman. Thank you so much for coming today. We really appreciate it. If you guys have any questions, call any River County. You can ask for Quintin Bergman. Thank you so much for being on the show today. We appreciate you being here. Be safe, and we'll talk to you soon. See you next week.